Keep it 100 Oklahoma High School sports on this Sunday afternoon. Folks, you know what time it is. It's playoffs. High school playoffs. Heating up. But hey, I'm going to have two special guests today. I'm going to have the outstanding quarterback from Duncan. Folks, that's what we do. We go out to Duncan and go get the hot quarterback, Mr. Rice, light it up. One of the top QBs in 5A. You know, we're going to learn a little bit more about him, and I bring him on the show. We're going to talk about Class 5A. I think it's the hottest class. You know, you have some big-time changes. You know, my man Robert Jones go down as he go up to Pryor, Oklahoma, and guess what? Pryor said, we are going to be the district champions this year. Carl Albert takes care of business once again. Big game from Elijah Matthews, as always. And then Anderson Collier is putting on the show, letting people know, hey, not only do we have Elijah, but we also have myself, along with LeBron in the defense, and then Joe Thomas on the defense. Big game from the receivers. Johnson, I think he had 2 TDs. Webster had 2, and I think LeBron had 1. So, folks, 5A is going to be hot, but we're going to talk about a little bit of everybody. But like first, we're going to bring on my man from Duncan. We're going to talk to my man Rice and talk about his year he's having and his recruiting. And not only is he a great football player, but he's an outstanding track star too. So we're going to bring him on here in a minute and talk to him about what's going on over at Duncan as they take on Carl Albert first round. Folks, should be a great game. Carl Albert and Mr. Duncan, Duncan High School. I don't know the last time they've been in the playoffs. We'll let Mr. Rice talk about that since he's been there for the last few years and let him talk about that. But we're going to bring this on here in a second. Here we go. Welcome to the show, Mr. Rice.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, I'm glad to get the chance, man. I get to talk to your dad. I feel like me and him are best friends. We talk almost every day. We get to talk about you and, your stats and what you're doing and your recruiting and all that kind of stuff, man. So I feel like I know you, like you're my own kid. But, we're going to get the chance to talk a little bit high school football today. And got to talk about, your plans. What's your plans? What are your plans at the next level? And, what you got to do this Friday night to take on, you're taking on a tough team, a team that's won, a few state championships themselves. But, you know what it takes to win because you're not only you're a champion on the football field, but you're a champion on the track meet. So, Rice, for the listeners that don't know that much about Duncan High School, tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
So I've been born and raised here in Duncan. There was a chance I almost transferred out of here not too long ago, but I ended up trying to stay with my hometown friends and working on that. But Duncan, we haven't been to the playoffs here in about 5 years, so it'll be the first time we've been back in a while. So we're excited to be back, hoping to shock a couple of people across the state this Friday.
Yes, but
yeah, it's been a pretty good rebuild with our new head coach, Matt Terry. He's definitely provided us with a lot of motivation, and his words that he's put into us has definitely helped us get to the place we are right now. And he pushes us every day to be the best we can, pushes us to be better than we think that we can possibly be. He pushes our limits. And I think that's really helped us in figuring out who we are and our identity as a team. And I'm pretty sure our entire team has bought into everything he's told us.
You talk about your new head coach. Was Coach Oliver over there? Was he coaching over there for a little bit?
Grant Oliver?
I don't know if it was Grant. I thought it was Ricky Oliver. I thought he coached over at Duncan.
Ricky's, Ricky. So he was on the old coaching staff. He's our D-line coach right now, Grant Oliver. That's his dad. So okay. He's been on the coaching staff for a while, and Ricky was on the coaching staff with the previous coaches, but now he's gone. But his son is still here, and he's still coaching with us.
I'm gonna tell you how old Ricky is, because I ain't gonna tell you how old I am. Ricky was
we know Ricky. We know Ricky.
Ricky was my coach. He coached my brother at Midwest City. He coached.
Okay.
He was a linebacker coach when I was at Midwest City when when the Bombers were good. I know you beat up on my Bombers the other night, but that's okay. That's okay. It's funny. My son's he's a receiving coach over at Midwest City, so he got to see you firsthand Friday night. So I get to see you this Friday night. I'll be at the game and check you guys out, Duncan. But I've been following you for a while, man. It's like I said, me and your dad has been probably texting for the text and DM each other probably for the last year. He's been keeping me up with you. And, since I kind of changed this format now, it's really cool because now I can reach out to kids all over the state. But you was a young man I wanted to bring on, not just because you're
Yes,
just a
sir.
great football player, but you're also a pretty good track star too. So tell me a little bit about your track game.
So my track coach, he's been working with us since middle school. So everything that he's kind of preached to us as well, and he's been training us. So we're like his last little bit of projects before we leave, and he's been really helpful with recruiting. I would say track just in general has been pretty helpful with recruiting. It's helped me get to a lot of places I thought I wouldn't be able to get to,
Mm-hmm.
and recently last year I broke our school record in the 100 meter, and our coach is the one who held it. So he was preaching to me all season that he wanted me to break it because he didn't want some some kid down the road that he has no idea who it is to break it. He wanted somebody that he coached to break it. So
So that's good stuff.
ended up getting that, but I know only getting faster from there. So
So I mean, is it something you want to try to do in college? Are you trying to do track in football in college, or you just want to just concentrate
if the
just on football?
opportunity like if the opportunity comes, I would say I would definitely take it. But I mainly want to play football in college. I've thought about doing track and stuff like that, but football has always been there. Football has always been something I've wanted to do with my life. So
One thing I like about it, Rice, you do something, a young man your age, being a senior, 17, 18-year-old young man. You talked about, man, I was going to transfer. We haven't been in the playoffs. You're an outstanding football player, on the offensive side and defensive side. And I mean, you're probably getting recruited as an athlete because you're so good on both sides of
yes,
the,
sir.
of the ball. But you decided, and I like this, and I like this a lot because, you said, hey, man, I'm going to, I was going to transfer out. And nowadays, so many kids, and I understand because I did it with my own two boys, transfer them out. They left Carl Albert to go over to Tata and had very a lot of success. So, I mean, I can't beat myself about it. But you said, hey, man, I want to do this with my guys. And to me, I don't think we have a lot of that going on now. I think kids are like, if it ain't
Mhm.
good, I'm going to pack up and leave. And sometimes they go to a place that it might not be any better. And so then they're
Yeah.
stuck in the same spot. So I'm gonna applaud you for doing that because a lot of guys don't do that, man. They go out and they leave and they go to another school, then they go there and it might not just be as good. But I think that's really, I think that's big time. You stand and now you guys are in the playoff, and like you said, you want to go shock the world. You got a tough task in front of you playing the Colorado Titans, which is a really really
Yes,
good
sir.
team. We all know the Titans are tough, man. Won 19 gold balls, looking for number 20. 2020 is the number they're looking for. But I mean, just a well coached team. But like I said, I think they'll have their hands full
Always
this
have
week.
been.
Yeah, I think they'll have their hands full this week. Going against a great athlete like you. And then, hey man, all it takes is the ball to bounce a couple ways. And guess what? You never know what happens. That's why I tell people all the time: you got to go suit up. You got to go put on the pads. You got to go put on the helmet and the gloves and whatever you wear to go play the game. You can't just say, "Hey, Carl Albert, it's your game." You got to go play the game.
Yeah.
And see what happens. A couple turnovers, couple penalties. Guess what? Duncan's in the ball game. So I know you're gonna do everything you can, and the coaching staff is gonna do everything they can. Because hey, you beat Kyle Albert. That's like winning the state championship itself. So what's your mindset going into this game Friday night?
We're going in this game. I mean, we have nothing to lose. We're obviously the David in this fight. They're obviously the Goliath. I mean, we really don't have much to lose. It's just us. I would say just going in there and playing to the best that we can and playing to the level that we know we can play. So I think it really just depends on us going in there and executing. Uh, we know how the game is going to be. We know who they are. Um, but yeah, it's just I think it's really just up to us executing.
So when did you start playing the QB position? It seems like I said you've been a great athlete on both sides of the ball. When did you start playing the QB position?
Ever since I was little, I was in flag football and pee wee football, and I've always kind of been put in that position just because of my leadership and how I play on the field, and so it started from when I was little, and I've just kind of took it off from there, and have just been playing it my whole life. And then when I got to high school, I started playing DB. I mean, my freshman year, I didn't start first couple of games. The starter got hurt. I got thrown into the fire, and one of the toughest districts and toughest schedules in 5A that we've probably ever had at Duncan. And I think that kind of helped me grow a lot as a kid and a lot as a leader. So it helped me grow up pretty fast when it came to football and leadership. So I mean, I've really been playing it my whole life.
So you know, no basketball, just strictly football and track. That's it.
Yes, sir. I played basketball in middle school, but once I got to high school, I didn't play.
So tell me, you know, a young man like yourself that, you know, like you said, you know, really quick, really athletic, really big. I mean, you're standing with, what are you, about 6'1", 190? What's your frame?
Right now, about 6'1", 200 pounds.
Man,
The most I've weighed is 208, but right now I've been trying to keep a steady 200 pounds throughout the whole season.
so tell me a workout, you know, like a summer workout. I know you work with Tom George and you done some stuff, and I'm pretty sure you work with your track coach that, you know, has a record. But tell me what's a summer workout, even when the season's going on. I know you got to rest that arm, because I work out with Elijah and Anderson some on the weekends, and I know sometimes Anderson don't throw on Sundays because, you know, he wants, you know, you throw so much during the week. So what's a workout like, you know, for you?
Do you mean like a training workout or just like
Training workout. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm sorry.
So usually Sundays are the days that I do go train, but this season I haven't really been able to get up there much. It's just been whenever we can, because it's either been a visit every other weekend or it's been like Sundays for my high school is our film day and treatment day. We come in here and we do all the stuff we need to do to get prepared for the upcoming week that we have. So it's been kind of hard to get up there this season, but the few times that we have, it's been pretty helpful. It's usually just going through there, getting my motion back right, getting my arm slot back right, just kind of like a tune-up session. So just getting all the basics back down and not throwing too much, because they already know that we throw every day throughout the season. We don't really get a break. So
Yes, sir.
try not to push me too far.
So are you heavy lifting weights and all that? Like I said, a frame.
Yes, sir.
You know,
We live Monday through Friday.
oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. So, you
Yes,
know,
sir.
what do you do? What do you do on the days that you're not playing football, man? It seems like you got your head on straight. Seem like you know, you're going in the right directions in life. You know, matter of football or just life. Seem like you can control what you want to do, because it seems like you're a very, very intelligent young man. You know, like, you know, what's your plans, and when you go to college, what do you plan on trying to major in?
When I go, I've really been thinking about going into the medical industry, or going into the business administration side of business.
Yeah, that's
And I
good.
was
That's
either going
good.
to try and become an athletic director somewhere, or I was going to go into anesthesiology and trying to become an anesthesiologist.
Hey, boy, hey, you go that route. That's big money right there. That's big money. That's good money. You know,
Yes, sir.
I always tell people go in the medical field, man. It sells too, because sales is never going to go away. You know, and need is a medical field. You got to have the medical side. So that's good stuff, man. It seems like you got it going on. But, you know, like you know, you guys finished up 6-4 this year, and 3-3 in district.
Yes,
You know, so tell me about some of the games that, you know, that you did lose, though. You know, I know you was kind of banged up. I think right now you're sitting at almost 100%. Just talking to your dad. You know, tell me about some of the games you did kind of lose that, you know, that, hey, if you could do it all over again. Because like I said, I mean, nobody wants to come in as a fourth seed, but, you know, one thing that you have done, like I said, you guys have never been to playoffs. Now y'all are in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a blessing right there. But what are some of the things you think you could have done in some of those other games that you did come up short in?
I mean, really, I don't think that there was much we could have done besides just fixing our own mistakes that we made. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot a couple of times, and in a game where you know you're the underdog in it and you know that you still have a fighting chance to win that game, mistakes are what kills the entire team, what kills your entire momentum, everything. So I think just looking back on everything, it was ourselves that killed us most of the time. And obviously we played some pretty good teams. I mean, we were in one of the hardest districts in 5A. So
No, it's tough. It's tough.
I think it was really just our own mistakes that really killed us a lot this year. So
no,
that's pretty much it.
Anytime you can get a big time win against the Bombers, and not only did you win, you kind of put it on them a little bit, you know, at their house. So it's a tough off for the Bombers, you know. But I know they're rebuilding with Coach Washington. But, you know, going to being your senior year, I know you set a goal for yourself to get into playoffs, and you guys have done that. So that's the first step. Now your second step is try to go get a big time win on Friday night and get a lot of momentum going you guys' way. Name me some of the guys on the team that I know everybody know about Mr. Rice, but name some of the guys on the team that that helps you do the things you do each Friday night.
Really, I would just give all the things to my linemen. My linemen, I mean, without them, there's nothing that we can do. Whether
Yes,
they play good or not, whether they miss a blocking assignment, they pancake a kid. I mean, it really all determines on them. The whole game relies on them. If they don't do their job, I can't do my job. And our running back, who's rushed for almost 1,200 yards this season, can't do his job. I mean, it all relies on them. Sure, I'm gonna get all the praise and the glory because of the position that I play, but I
yes,
can't
sir.
do my job without them.
Man,
So
I like
I
that. I
really
like
put
that. That's good
yes,
answers.
sir.
I mean, I like it because man, you seem like you're a humble quarterback. A lot of times you get them quarterbacks. Anderson's real good about it. He's really humble. Sometimes you get them QBs, man. They got their little chip on their shoulder, like they're better than everybody. But I mean, I think your family's done a great job, raising you that and making you stay maltoned.
I
So that's really
appreciate
good
it.
stuff. Yeah, that's big. And I mean, that goes a lot when you go into recruiting too. I mean, you want to have a little
Mm-hmm.
arrogant and cockiness, but like I said, you also want to be humble. I tell kids that all the time. A humble pie is the best pie to eat because sometimes you get that cocky pie, you get knocked off that ladder, and then it's hard to get back on it though. So, like I said, I know the recruiting has been going good. I know you've been in some places. I kind of followed you. I know you went to Wake Forest and you've been in some different
Mm-hmm.
places. Like, what's the recruiting been like? I know you don't have a school picks yet, but what's it been like though? Getting to go see these different stadiums and meet different coaches and stuff like that.
The recruiting process for me has been pretty fun, I would say. All the different it's kind of fun getting to see like all the different personalities and all the different ways that people coach their players and teach their players their values. But one thing that like every coach and every facility and every college preaches is just always nutrition. So
Yes, sir.
I think that's a pretty big thing in college football and just sport in this day and age and sports in general. But the recruiting process has been pretty fun. It's been nice getting to know all the different staffs and all the different coaches and just getting to finally like kind of get to the point where I think I'm going to make that decision soon. So
I mean, is there
it's been a fun ride.
You got like a top 5 schools, or you still kind of
we're still kind of going about everything because right now I'm sitting with 3 offers. So if more come, that would be awesome. But right now we're just trying to weigh our options that we have and pick what's best out of that.
Oh, so you got 3 right now. What do you don't mind naming the 3
Yes,
that
sir.
you have right now? Who do you have right now?
Army, Navy, and North Texas.
Hey, North Texas ain't bad. My man,
Yes,
Edwards up there from North Rock Creek is taking care of business. I mean, and there's a good chance that you got the running back over at that Carl Albert could be in the backfield with you too. So North Texas ain't bad.
Yeah,
They got a chance to go. They got a chance to go play for get in the playoffs, college playoffs. I'll tell you that staff has done a great job, man. I'm gonna tell you what I like about North Texas. It's 2.5 hours away from Oklahoma City. So it's not a bad drive. It might be a little bit for you going from Duncan. I don't know, but still not a bad drive though. Mom and dad can come make the games, and like I said, they're playing great ball. And right now with the with the transfer portal, you're going to get kids coming in, and when you're winning, and kids are not playing at the big Power 5, they're going to come to school like North Texas. So that's a good one, man. I like the mean green. I love the color. I love the color green. That's color of money, baby, money. So that'd be good, man. I liked it, but I know Army and Navy's good too. It's funny. My son had a chance to go roast for Air Force, and he was so scared because he thought you could go to war. So you don't go to war, you go to Air Force. But one thing about those schools, though, man, you get out. I know you got to do your time and serve, but if you end up doing it, so you're gonna make good money, you're gonna retire, and you're gonna have some good benefits. So those are good. But like I said, I think you'll have more come. Like I said, you're just a great athlete, and once they kind of see you, the more, like I said, especially this game, you go out and have a big game. I told this to Elijah a couple weeks ago. I said, hey, you have a big game against Stillwater. People gonna come knocking on the door, and then right after that, he had a good game against Stillwater. You start knocking on the door. So that's how it is. When you start playing these bigger teams, man, people's going to come. They want to see you play against the top notch. And so Friday night, you come out and take care of business, win, lose, or draw. You come out and do big things against Carl Albert. Hey, it's going to open up more, more college coaches because they're going to say, hey, man, you're playing against one of the top defenses in the state. And if you can do that, I mean, it's not because you look at Colorado each year, they're sending guys to big schools. Each year they got guys going to OU or different schools. So Friday night will be a big test for you. I think you'll be ready for the test.
Yes,
I
sir.
think you'll be ready. I think the coach and staff will get y'all ready. This is a big deal, though. And like I said, it's going to be a big game for you and the team. And then Duncan, do they bring a good crowd, man? Because I love seeing the crowd, man. I hate when people stay at home and watch it on the O. I mean, not knocking OS in, but I like being at the game, man. Especially now, it's cold, chilly. Gets a little hot chocolate in you, man, and get going though.
Yeah.
So, what do you consider yourself?
We usually travel pretty well.
That's good.
It's a lot of the players' families, but we usually have a couple, maybe 20, 30 people come that aren't family. They're just there to watch the game. I mean, Duncan, our home stands is pretty packed usually, so I would say we travel pretty well.
That'd be, like I said, that'd be good. What do you consider yourself more? Are you more of a dual threat, or you? I know you can run. They say you run like a deer, so I hear that you can get up and go. So, what do you consider yourself, more of a dual threat, or passing, or just more of a running quarterback?
I would say I'm a dual threat quarterback. I have about 1,200 yards in the air right now and about 900 on the ground. So I would say I'm probably more of a dual threat quarterback than anything.
That's good. That's good. So, so you was on with Tom George a little bit. Now you just kind of doing it on your own. That's good. That's good stuff.
Yes, sir.
So have you
got a chance? Train with Tom, but we just haven't really been able to get up there that much this season.
Oh, I know. He's coaching over there at Mount St. Mary too. So I mean, I know it's probably tough on him. I haven't seen a lot of stuff from him, but that's good stuff though, man. I like it with where your head is at. You seem like you're really, really laid back and calm, and you're ready for this Friday night. Have you got a chance to look at the bracket yet?
Yeah, I think we play the winner of Collinsville, and I forget who Collinsville is playing, but we play the winner of them if we end up beating Carl Albert.
Hold on, let me look real quick. If you give me 1 second, I can take a look. I kind of had them up earlier, looking at them, man. Like I said, it's some good teams. It's gonna be some great matches, man. I tell you. Give me 1 second. We can go through it real quick. So you're looking at.
I think it's a pretty tough bracket this year.
It is tough, man. I think 5A is one of the toughest brackets out there. You're looking at MacArthur and Noble. Then you got Dell City, Booker T, which they've already played each other. Then you got Coweta and Claremore, and then you got Guthrie and Bishop McGinnis. I think that game right there is man. You're looking at a team that Bishop McGinnis could have won their district. Now you're playing a team that's pretty hot. Gave Carl Albert everything they wanted on that Friday night, man. I'm telling you, could have went either way. Carl Albert ended up pulling it off. But I'm just telling you right now, if Guthrie plays anything like that, man, Guthrie's going to be tough. And they can come out that bracket, man. I can see Guthrie coming out that bracket. I know Dell City's tough, but I mean, right now, the way Guthrie played that Friday night, Guthrie can do big things. Then you go to the other side, you're looking at Carl Albert Duncan. Then you got McAllister, Collinville. So whoever wins that Carl Albert Duncan game, I think they could take care of McAllister and then Collinsville. I mean, I watched Collinsville against Dell City. Pretty good little team, but something they got enough power to hang with either one of you guys. Then you got Pryor, Bishop Kelly, and then you got Newcastle Altars. Man, that's a tough bracket. I mean, I know Newcastle ended up winning their district. Carl Albert just played Altars, last Friday night. I know their quarterback is pretty good, pretty athletic kid, can run and throw, big tall kid too. But I think Newcastle have their hands tough with them. But Pryor, to me, I think Pryor's one of the teams that's in the bracket that I think they could. They could easily win it.
I think they can make a run.
They could. I think they can make a run. They got the speed. They got the size. I watched the game this morning at 4:00 this morning. Went back and studied the game and try to. I always try to go back and look at young men and see who they are, and or I can learn. Talk about them. Just don't want to be talking about somebody I have no clue. But I think Pryor's a team, man. I know I talked to Chris Evans. I have him on later on the show. He's a beat writer for Guthrie. Well, we're going to do a show this afternoon, and we're going to talk about Class 5A. And I know you're one of the guys that he talked highly of just a couple weeks ago when we did a show. So your name's getting thrown out there. So that's good. Your name is getting put out there. It's good to hear that. Hey, it's good things, not bad things. So that's a good thing. But
yeah,
I got to ask you though. So when you go in the game, home or away, do you try to find mom and dad in the stands before you hit the field?
Always got to, man.
I love it, man. Hey, I did the same thing when I was your age, man. Remember seeing we packed the house, man, and I could see my mom, especially was cold. She had a little hat on, but I think that kind of gets you going. Like, okay, they made it. It's safe, so that's good stuff, though. So, who's your bigger fan? Who's the biggest fan, mom or dad?
Uh, I don't know. That's kind of hard to say. I mean, they both love it just as much as each other, but I think my dad might have that edge on her because I don't think he really can't sit down during games. He just
Does he
walks
walk
back and
around?
forth, walks up and down the sideline, everything.
That's good though. Hey, as a parent, man, you'll see one day when you have your kid. As a parent, we get nervous, man. I get nervous. My son's a
Yeah.
senior in college of wrestling. I get nervous when my daughter gets to the free throw line, man. I'm like, please don't miss it.
Mhm.
Please don't miss it. So that's just a parent deal that we do as parents, man. I mean, Anderson's dad's
Yes,
the
sir.
same way, man. Andy walks the sidelines. He walks the whole. I bet he puts 1,000 steps in on
They're good
Friday night
people.
games,
They're good
man.
people.
And they are, man. So it's good, man. Like I said, I'm glad we got a chance to do this interview, man.
Yes, sir.
I wish you the best of luck, man. Like I said, I don't have a dog in the fight.
Thank
I
you.
cheer for Carl Albert because my kid goes there, but I love to see underdogs do big things because, man, sometimes that's what it's all about, to see the underdog do big things. But so I wish you the best of luck
Yes,
this
sir.
Friday night, man. Get your team fired up. But I got to ask you, what kind of music you listen to before the game? I know you got to have something get you going, though.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't listen to very much like rap or anything before the games. I'm usually kind of like really amped up, so I try and calm myself down. So I'm listening to kind of calm music to just kind of chill myself out and just focus.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a little country too. I listen to country, man. I listen to a little Christian music, so I understand that though. So you have a pregame meal that you like to eat before the game, or is it just kind of change week to week?
It kind of changes week to week. I usually just go ahead and eat Subway at lunch every Friday, and then we have a church that feeds us before we head out to go to the game. So the food's always different at different churches, but I always make sure I get that same lunch every week.
That's good stuff. Well, man, I don't think I need you to do for me, man. Like I said, I'm about 10 people away from subscribing. I think your mom subscribed this morning, so I want to tell her thank you. And we do it all the way. I'm about 10 away from having my 500 subscribers on the show, man, and something I've been doing. But tell the guys at Duncan, football demons, hey, check out Keep It 100, Oklahoma High School Sports, man. We talk to everybody, man. You're running back. You got a young man that's on the radar, and he's trying to get his name out there more. We love to have him on the show, but I always try to tell people I would love for them to like and subscribe to the show. That's all I need them to do is like and subscribe. If you can say that real quick, give me thumbs up and say like and subscribe. That'll help me with the show.
Make sure you like and subscribe to Keep It 100.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Keep It 100 is what we do here. Let's Keep It 100. Well, Rice, man, I want you to have a great day. Go get that film in, study hard, and I'll catch up with you on Friday night. We'll get a picture, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, brother. Be good. Take care. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, folks, that's Mr. Rice, the outstanding quarterback for the Duncan Demons, man. This guy, like he's talked about, man, first year they've been in the playoff in years, and so I know they're gonna be amped up, man, to try to get this big time win. This young man is like I said, he's an athlete, not just an football player, but he's also a great track. I think he runs a 100, 200. You can see this guy trains. I mean, look at him, 6'1", 200. Man, that's a big young man. I wouldn't want to hit him one-on-one. And I'll just tell you right now, I think he's going to try to do everything he can to bring out the best for his team against the Carl Albert Titans. Carl Albert's a tough team. Won 19 gold balls, looking for number 20. Right now, they got it rocking and rolling. You can see with the quarterback, I've seen some things when I watched the game this morning, with Anderson throwing the ball, man, he's rolling out, he's standing in the pocket, doing big things. It should be a great battle with two great quarterbacks going head-to-head with each other this Friday night. Like he said, their running back got over 1,200 some yards. Elijah probably got 1,600 yards. And then, you're looking at LeBron. He had a touchdown the other night. I was kind of confused for a little bit. I had to call Coach Mike and said, hey, Mike, are y'all trying to pull some of them tricks, them Carl Albert tricks, changing numbers and putting kids at tight end and run that tight? I think they did that years ago with A.R. Moore, kind of put him down at tight end and ran right down the seam and hit him. I think it was in a Guthrie game. But like I said, Mike said, nah, he left his uniform at home. LeBron, you owe me a lap, son, for leaving your uniform at home. But should be a great game this Friday night, folks. I'm telling you right now, 5A is going to be tough. Me and Chris go over that bracket later on in the show, and we'll talk 5A, talk a little bit of 6A, 4A, 3A. I'll probably leave 3A and 2A for Wednesday night. I'll come back and do that show on Wednesday night, but I'm going to go over 6A, 5A, and 4A today with Chris Evans. Real quick, got a chance to go out to the game Friday night and watch my man Brock Day and Cal. Came up short in the total game. Got to see Cruz in action. Cruz, folks, Cruz is a real deal. That's all I got to say. Kid's a real deal. Big kid. He's another big kid. I got to see him after the game when gave him a hug. But I'll just tell you right now, Tuttle, it'd be hard to beat them. I know they're going to battle, but I think they got the better team. They got two great corners, number 1 and 2. I think the twin brothers that came over from Newcastle a year ago. Two great, outstanding receivers. Watch, one of them just, it's you better double team them. If you don't double them, you got one-on-one out there, then I think they're going to win a lot of one-on-one matchups. So Tuttle's a team that I can see taking care of business in 4A. I think Elgin is still there, but I don't know if Elgin got enough. I know they won it the year before, but I think Tuttle, hey, they taste it, they bit into it, and they didn't get it. I think this year is their year. I think that, Cruz Campbell is having another great year. Kid's just a great quarterback. Cal and Brock, great game, but just not enough fighting power, not enough horsepower, whatever kind of power you need to knock off Tuttle. I know if they'd have won that game, they'd have got themselves in the playoffs, but they came up short. Another great year. I think they ended up going 6-4, but didn't make the playoffs. Sad for those guys because I know how hard they worked. Luckily, they're both one's a sophomore, be going into a junior, and Brock is a junior, going to be a senior next year. Got a lot of kids coming back. I'll tell you one thing that I see with Hare, not knocking them. You got to go get a couple more athletes. Just keeping it 100 is what I do here. I keep it 100, and then coach them up a little bit more. I got to sit on the sidelines and watch them deal. I kind of talked to a couple of kids when they came off and said some things to them. I think Blink does a good job. I think Blink needs a little bit more help. I think if he gets a couple more coaches with him, they can do some big things, kind of like what Jake Corbin did. I mean, when Jake was over there, he put his staff together, and he finally put it together, and guess what? He got a gold ball. Sometimes it don't happen overnight, folks. Mike Dunn, he walked into a great situation, where he played at, knows the Carl Albert style and what they do. And he's done a great job, on his first year. He didn't win it, got beat by Collinsville, and everybody was ready to fire the guy because he didn't win it. But folks, sometimes it takes time. You got to put that step together. Robert Jones, same thing with him. He's done a great job. He was there with Mike over at Dell City, and they did a good job. And Robert, he does lose a tough game on Friday night, but Robert might have an easier path. If you look at one side and you look at the other side, Robert's got to get through Guthrie. Carl Albert got to go through some. Pryor. I think Pryor's the hottest team out there right now. I think they're the team that could easily win 5A state championship. They got all the pieces, got speed, got good size. D-line is big up front. Quarterback's a lefty. He can throw the ball. They're real trickery, so they do a lot of stuff. You got to stay at home, you corners. I know Carl Albert's been penalized a little bit. They got to cut down those penalties because it can hurt you in the ball game when you get in third. You're down. You think it's 3rd and 10, and you get 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20. Now you're falling behind the chains. I always tell people you want to stay ahead of the chains, not behind the chains. So I think they're going to clean that up. Coach Dunn and the staff, they'll get that cleaned up. I think they're opening up that offense, though. Coach Johnson is opening it up, man. I mean, Anderson's rolling out. Some great plays, man. He did one play I love, man. It was Middle City old play back in the day, and Andy Carr, you can tell you this too. You fake that pitch, then you hit that tight end right down the seam, man. I'm telling you right now, that's money, folks. Especially when you run that option with Elijah a couple of times, and then you fake that option and you come up and you hit that. I think Anderson just threw it just a little bit high. But I'm just telling you, right, 9 out of 10 times, man, you hit that, man, you're going to get a big gang or a touchdown. So like what they're doing over there, man, open it up, man. Let the QB open it up, man. I mean, he got 10 games under his belt now. So as a starter, he's done a great job. I mean, he's probably up to 15, 20 touchdowns. Can't say anything about his, dad's really superstitious, so I won't talk about that. But kid is playing great. He's running the ball good, throwing the ball good. And that's what I like, folks. It's kind of like what Rice said. He stayed at home. He stayed at home. He could have left and went to another school and been a contender and probably been in the playoffs and maybe got a gold ball with somebody else, but he stayed at home. And that's what it's all about, folks. Staying at home. Sometimes we pack up and leave. Trust the process, man. It all work itself out. So congratulations to him. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We'll bring Chris Evans on. We're going to talk the different classes. We probably start off with 5A. I don't know how long he's going to stay with me. I was hoping to get Jordan on with us, but it's going to be me and Chris Evans again. I love Chris. He knows every kid's name, heartbeat, shoe size, and glove size, and all that. So it's always good to bring him on the show. Keep it 100. so we could talk. And he'll do his show this week and talk about probably some of the things that we'll talk about. That's why I said I don't know if I'm gonna keep him on for all the different classes, but at least 5A. I know he loves his Guthrie Blue Jays, and he should. They got a good chance to get to the gold ball. And I know they would love to have another shot at Carl Albert. Love to have another shot. Jumped out. I know we ain't got a chance to talk about that. Jumped out on Carl Albert 14-0 and get beat. 14-0. Great game. Quarterback threw the ball. Running back ran the ball good. Great game, folks. You're talking about a great high school game. It's probably the best game I've seen this year in high school football. You know, I haven't really got to see Jinx and Union and not Muskogee, but Mustang play in person, but I got to see that game in person. I'm telling you right now, it was a great game, folks. You couldn't ask for a better game. You know, I love every bit of it. I love what I got to see. Anderson, and Elijah and the rest of the team, putting them on the back. I know they got that secondary fix. Gave us some big time touchdowns. But it happens, folks. When you don't get tested and you sit back there and then boom, finally you get tested, and now you're kind of sitting there like, oh, what's going on? So, but big things though. These next few weeks though, high school football is lighting up. State championships right around the corner. Girls basketball is varsity is about to start. We've had a couple freshman games. Colorado freshman girls off to 2-0. Got a game tomorrow night against Shawnee Wolves. Looking to try to go 3-0. Seen some big things, been to some scrimmages, but I say that for the other show. Folks, like I said, you can always catch me on Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports, but you also can catch me on my new show with my man JV, the head coach over at Hare Panthers, Oklahoma High School Girls Between the Lines, as we talk girls basketball 24/7, talking to some of the best girls in the state. We got a couple new little things we're going to start doing. You got the JV 60 seconds. We're going to have the freshman show. We're bringing some freshmen on, and we're going to bring on the commitment show he's going to be doing. So the girls at commitment, he's going to bring them on, find out why they committed and what made them choose that college. He's going to bring some freshmen on, some of the top freshmen in the state, bring them on and ask them what's it like. Bringing themselves to, varsity basketball. It's totally different from middle school to high school. I'm going to tell you that right now. I've seen it with my own eyes, man. Watching my girl the other day dribbling, boom, get hit, got bounced off. It was like a bumper car, but, that's why you got to get in that weight room, kind of like my man Rice. He's in that weight room, but looking forward to, high school girls basketball starting off. Keep It 100. We'll still keep going, even though we'll probably go once a month. Once football's over, we'll probably go once a month. But like I said, you can also catch us on the Oklahoma High School Girls Between the Lines basketball show with my man JV. But folks, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. What time is it, TJ? I don't know. You hear that? We appreciate you. But we're right back with my man Chris Evans, and we're going to talk playoffs. Playoffs, folks. It's that time. Win one, you move on. You lose, you're putting your stuff, taking your helmets, and you're putting them up. Gotta pack them up. Moving on to the next sport. I don't know if it's wrestling or basketball. You win, you move on. You lose, you go home. So good luck to all the men this upcoming Friday night. But like I said, we'll be right back after one of our sponsors. Keep it. 100. Right back.